to the channel. On today's video, we're just gonna do a bunch of socialization. I'm really excited to share this with you because Dante has progressed a lot, and I think that it's gonna be nice to show you guys how he's doing in situations where he would usually not be as comfortable in. So today we're gonna hit the park. He loves the park, and then we're gonna go and head out to this plaza that I like a lot, that I've been using to train Dante and Peach in, and you guys have probably seen it. You'll recognize it when you see it. So that's what we're doing. It's the morning. I thought that this would be the best time to do it because it's not going to be extremely crowded, so that's going to be good for Dante because space is important for him. And to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That helps our channel's growth tremendously, so we'd really appreciate if you guys go ahead and do that. We're almost at 13K, but our goal is 100K, so yeah, help us reach that goal. And don't forget to check out our merch, and don't forget to especially check out the courses over at Fenrir. I always highly recommend them. They are extremely thorough courses that I think are going to benefit a lot of you guys, so you should totally check those out if you want to have dogs that are like Dante and Peach. So yeah, thank you, and see you in a bit. Dante, place. Good boy. Peach, place. So here we had just arrived at the park. Dante was very anxious to get out. You know, it was a little bit different than our usual outing. My sister was here. Peach was not nearby, so he was very high energy, and I wanted to make sure that he was in a good state of mind before we actually went in the park, and decided to work him a bit before. I'm gonna work Dante here a little bit, so you can practice heeling with Peach and having her do sit, down, to make sure that she's like really good with you before we go into the park, okay? So here my sister and I are both working the dogs. As you can see, Dante is very concerned about the girls. Throughout this video, he is keeping an eye on them all the time. So my objective with this session before we went into the park is just to help Dante decompress and understand that although we are in a different situation, that doesn't interfere with our communication. So I'm trying to make sure that his engagement is on me all the time. You'll notice that at several points, Dante goes over to jump on Peach and Annette, and I bring him back to put him into a sit. He keeps doing this, so I ended up putting him in a sit further away from them. It's not necessarily bad what he's doing, but it's just that they are considered a distraction for him while he is working and while he is doing his commands. So that is the reason why you'll see me taking him away. This is the point that he was able to resist the most, so that's where I kept him. Remember, we're working in baby steps all the time. So here I'm explaining to my sister how to appropriately correct Peach. I noticed that Peach was giving her a hard time, and you know, all Corsos are always going to test their boundaries, especially if another person is handling them. So that is why I was explaining to her how to correct Peach, since I noticed that Peach was giving her a hard time while they were supposed to be healing. Now here, Dante is going to be released from his commands, but I am still practicing his recall with him because I want him to always come back to me even though there are distractions like my sister and Peach. I think it's really important to practice these things, especially before you go into a place that you're expecting even more distractions, because think about it, if you can't get your dog's attention back to you with a smaller distraction, how do you expect to get his attention back with something larger? And I think that that's something that a lot of people ask about all the time. And again, we're working in baby steps. You have to remember that you have to set your dog up for success. And here we are just practicing some more commands with both of the dogs before we go and we give them a really big break. In a bit, you'll notice that Dante goes and puts himself on a table without me telling him. He was released. So what this showed me was that he was kind of showing off and that he was in a really good mood to work, even if I didn't ask him for it. So this was a good indicator that it was time to take a break. So here we're just having fun. The dogs aren't in any commands. They're just being dogs, playing with each other. My sister and I are chatting. We're just overall having a really good time. And I think that it's very important to point out that this is what a balanced form of dog training looks like. Yes, you want your dog to be held at certain expectations, but you also have to make it fun for them. Later that day, we went over to Barnes & Noble, and you guys, this was a huge deal for Dante. Dante has never stepped foot in a Barnes & Noble before. He's been to Tractor Supply, he's been to Home Depot, and I feel like those stores are very similar. But you know, this was a completely different experience for him. We came across a lot of new distractions for Dante. Somebody even held the door open for us, and Dante sniffed the person and just kept walking. And for him, that is a huge deal, especially with all of the issues that he's had in the past with reactivity. Later that week, Peach, my sister, and I decided to have a girls' day, and we hit up a bunch of different stores that were surprisingly very dog friendly. Peach did great. Everybody thought she was adorable as always. And she did do one bad thing though. She had a pretzel from the ground, so we had to practice on her inhibition with that so that she wouldn't do that again. On the following days, we continued to take the dogs out together. I want for the takeaway for this video to be that building confidence in your dog takes time. And especially with Dante, I had to learn patience because of his reactivity issues. So that means that I had to really put an effort in checking his body language before stepping into any place. And that's why I make a huge emphasis on his obedience training. And I really think that that is the most important part of rehabilitating your dog and re-socializing them to the world, to make sure that you have good communication with them, that you are always making things a positive experience, and that you're rewarding them for the things that they're doing right. Now, does this mean that my dogs will be perfect all the time? No, they will make mistakes, and I expect that to happen. So as part of being your dog's advocate, you need to know how to correct your dog as well, and that is the importance of a balanced form of dog training. Hey guys, so we are back home. Both of the dogs are extremely tired. It's not even like 2 in the afternoon yet, but we had a really great time, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had a blast with the dogs. I was very proud of Dante, and I was really proud of my sister too, because she was fully responsible for Peach. Like, I was not intervening in anything, so she did a great job. And yeah, I'm really excited to share more videos like this with you guys. So if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and check out our merch. So yeah, and don't forget to check out the courses over at Fenrir. Bye!